guys, welcome back to the channel. I am SHIVB from Pen My Blog, and today we're going to be discussing a new foundation by Sleek Makeup. But before we get to talk about that, I do want to encourage you guys to join the fam and click that subscribe button if you want to know more from me. So continuing on, we are going to be talking about the Lifeproof Foundation by Sleek Makeup. A lot about this foundation online, if I'm to be honest, and it's said to be a medium to full coverage build up, which I'm actually quite intrigued. And even though the color range for the shade is only about 8 shades in total, I think they've kind of kept it inclusive and keeping everybody in mind to that, so I actually really like that. Now, just to start off with, I do not have any foundation. I haven't prepped my skin, nothing. It's basically bare. What you see is what you get. Now over here, the description says that the Lifeproof Foundation is the perfect go-to for a seamless base that goes the distance. It has soft focus powder to create a blurring effect and helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines. And I like that about a foundation. This oil-free formula can help skin look even and shine-free while imperfections are concealed. Alright, so I have dry skin, so I am definitely not going to be putting a mattifying primer. Oh, I should mention they did pass us a primer as well, a mattifying primer and a hydrating one. So as I have dry skin, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be using the hydrating primer, and then I'm going to be picking one of these shades and seeing if it matches. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is a kind of collab with Beauty Blender, but we have, you know, the original Beauty Blender and then we have the mini ones right here. But from what I understand from full coverage foundations, I always tend to navigate and use a brush as opposed to a Beauty Blender because this is supposed to be a medium to full coverage build up. So I kind of want to put on the full coverage glam. So here I'm going to be using the Brina Beauty Face Luxe brush to apply on the foundation. Now here we have 3 shades. We have LP04, LP06 and LP07. Now as you guys can see, they are of different undertones, but as I'm more of a warm tone kind of gal, I think I'm going to go with LP04. Now I'm going to be starting off with the hydrating primer. I definitely feel it plumping up the skin, but it also has a kind of silicone kind of slip to it. It includes glycerin and mineral oils, which provide skincare benefits such as fighting off dryness and maintaining healthy hydration levels. Okay, does my skin look plumped? Do you guys see that? And it honestly doesn't look that dry anymore. In fact, it looks a bit radiant. Is it just me? Did this primer just brighten up my skin? I actually really like this primer, so I'm hopeful that the foundation is going to work just as well on top of this. But first and foremost, I hope I got the right shade. But let's try it and see. Oh, I like that it has like a little stopper in front as well. Now let's see if I have picked the correct shade. Huh, okay, very close. So let's go with this shade, and for reference, I am once again in LP04. Now I'm going to do half my face first to see how this foundation pats on. Okay, I might have taken a little bit too much. But since this is a medium to full coverage foundation, let's just pat it on and see how it goes. The shade is actually a little bit too fair for me, but don't worry, we'll make it work. Yeah, I was right. This foundation actually works better with a brush application, but you guys, look at the shade difference. My god. I think I actually got a little bit darker because this shade would have worked for me in the past, but I've been out in the sun a lot lately, so excuse the tan. But okay, let's finish the rest of the face and then we'll move on. Oh wow, you guys, I look like a ghost right now. But I do have a few things to say about this foundation. First and foremost, when applied with a brush, it's actually quite lightweight. It glides on very easily and it's just very nice upon application. Now I don't know how it's going to do in about a few hours on, but I'll do some check-ins and then I'll let you guys know. But in the meantime, it is very lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel very cakey. It gives the complexion a very nice blurring effect, but if you go upon closer inspection, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, there is a little bit of texture that I feel like the foundation is clinging on to it, so I'm not such a big fan of that. But whether or not the foundation lives up to its description, whether it is medium to full coverage, as you can see, it definitely is, because I don't even need concealer to kind of blur out my puffy under eyes, which I normally do. But I do want to deck this up because I'm looking quite ghostly at the moment, so I'm going to warm this face up and I will be right back. Okay, Okay, I'm back and I actually look so much better after a little bit more of a bronzer and a highlight. I want to test up a couple more products packaged by Color Studio Professional, and a look at the packaging, it's so luxe. This one unfortunately got a little bit damaged. I don't mind it because look how thin that is. Here we have the Color Studio Professional Pro Blush Palette. This is in Volume 2. Now I have shown the shades on my Instagram story, so if you haven't gone there and checked it out, I will just show them to you guys here. But they are a beautiful array of blush and contour shades at the same time, and there are 8 shades in total. So with regards to this look, I'm not going anywhere spectacular. I'm not going to an event. I am actually going around to do a few more errands, so I do need to look a little bit more subtle but yet presentable at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to be taking this blush shade and I'm going to be putting it at the apples of my cheeks. Oh my gosh, look at that color, it's so pretty. Although I wish I had the sense to do blush first and then highlight. This is like going in reverse, but it's okay, we can make it work. Oh, that is a very, very, very pretty shade. So I do want to warm up the face a little bit more, so I'm going to be taking this deep and dark shade over here. Ooh, I really like this palette. That is pretty. And then finally, we are going to be moving on to the lip shades. Now, Color Studio Professional has actually sent over some really, really strong lip shades here. Just going to lift them up real quick so that you guys can see. The one that is a little bit more wearable seems to be the one in Cashmere. But let me show you guys the shade range over here. So the one that I'm taking is in Cashmere, and it is in code 804. And this is how the color looks like. And it's more of an orange tone pink. And let me swatch it right at the back of my hand, so you guys can see that color. Look at that payoff. Man, that's pretty. And it has a little bit of a moist texture to it, which I really, really like. So with regards to that, let's see how it goes on. Oh, that is very pretty. Oh, that's a sweet color, but it is a little bit more brighter than I anticipated. I need it to be a little bit more darker so it isn't, you know, in your face. So I'm taking the code 204 in Reborn. So since this one is a little dark, I'm going to be mixing it in with a brush just to make sure that the color isn't too intense, that it overpowers this current lip. I'm just gonna see, it's really pigmented on its own. Alright you guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed that little mini testing out products with me. And yeah, I really feel with regards to Color Studio Professional, this brand should be more well known. I think the lipsticks and the blush is just beautiful. Even like the bronzer, that is just stunning, and it's all in one palette. It's really easy to take with you on the go. But in the meantime, with regards to the foundation, I need to be heading out, but I will do several check-ins with you guys and show you guys how the foundation is doing. You will see really close-up shots, so be prepared. But regards, that's all for now, and I will see you guys in a bit. Bye. Okay you guys, so we are within the first hour of wear, and so far the foundation is doing great. But I do want to point out something that I did say earlier about the foundation clinging on to textures. Okay, here is where I have most of my textures. Okay, it's combined in between like the cheekbone and this area. It does cling on quite a bit to it. All my textures over here just protruding out to the camera. This is only when you zoom in. When you zoom out, it's pretty much perfect, and I like it. Even though the color match, I could have honestly done a little bit more better with that, but it's okay, trial and error. All is good nonetheless. Alright, second check-in. It has been 4 hours of wear, and if you guys are wondering why I'm speaking really quietly, it's because I just put Adriana to sleep and she's just sleeping in the room like right there. I thought I heard a sound, but oh, okay, no. Yeah. And I just came back from doing a little bit of errands. So hold on, let me see if I can find a little bit more of a better lighting for you guys. Once again, natural sunlight. Foundation's doing alright. It has gone off a little bit around the nose. Texture again is a slight issue with this, but I think if you have oily skin, the matte formulation won't cling as much because I already have really dry skin, so maybe that's the reason why. And you guys, can we talk about this lip color? This has been on my lips for 4 hours now. I didn't do any reapplication and it looks really great. So yeah, that's my second check-in for now. Okay, time for the final check-in. I've been wearing this foundation for about 6 hours now. And overall, I think it is pretty decent. But with regards to whether or not it's going to be suitable towards dry skin tones, I don't think so. I think this one works better towards oily and combination skin, not so much dry or acne based. If you have acne or if you have like pimples or textures showing up, this foundation is definitely going to cling to it. So in terms of that, I would recommend this foundation to those who have near to perfect skin and you just want it to look really flawless on camera or just when you go out, then yeah, I would recommend this one. But in the meantime, you guys, I hope you all like this video. It is a little bit something different. I hope you found this review helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!